Alright, I'm doing the inspection at the property at .322 Forest Grove, and my name is Steven Shipler. So there's two cleanouts. One of them is the closest one to the house goes out to the street, and the one outside toward the yard goes toward the house. So this one goes this way. It's opposite of what you would think. So let's start with the one that goes into the house. Let's see if I can get the camera to turn. Just see if I can get the camera to turn here. See if I can get the camera to turn. It's kind of narrow down there. A little bit narrow. Get the camera to turn. Okay. So we're entering the line, and pretty typical to have some water at the base of the cleanout. Sometimes these cleanouts sit a little lower than they're supposed to, or over time they sit a little lower. So this is cast iron, all cast iron, and this is common. This can go up as high as like in here, because on a 4-inch slope the code is 1/8 of an inch per foot of slope. So this is pretty typical wear. You have a joint right here. The joint actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. Yeah, that joint's still in good condition right there. I don't see any separation. Move through there. So you have a Y. One is going to a toilet, and the other one's going to stay on the main trunk. This all looks okay. I don't see anything totally abnormal. And we come up to a 22. Let's see if we can run the wall here. This looks okay. And again, this is all cast iron. So there's a little bit of a belly right here. Not bad, it's just holding a little bit of water. It's getting a little deeper. Holding a little bit of water in here. Actually, this transitioned. Yeah, this transitioned to PVC. But this is full of water. This should not be full of water. Oh, it's full of water. There's lots of debris in here. Let me see how far I can go and come up out of this water. I'm at 21 feet. I'm trying to see what this. Okay, I see now. Okay. So it is cast. Okay, so let me come back. Yeah, so there's root intrusion here. Yeah, significant root intrusion. You can see it all up above. So that means there's separation in that line, and then what happens is water gets underneath the pipe and causes further separation because it erodes the ground underneath it. And then it creates a belly right here where it just holds water, and so you're going to have a hydro pressure backup against the water under the house. So starts about 13 feet. Let's see, so we're at 13 feet. Yeah, so 14 feet. And then this is going to be right here. This is where the problem starts. Because this pipe now is lower than this pipe up above, because there was a separation there because of root intrusion, and then it just dips back down. Yeah, so now we're completely underwater, which you should never be underwater in your sewer line, because when you flush the toilet, your flush goes toward that water, of course, right? And then once it hits the water, it's just going to push it back and back it up. And then this is all root intrusion all throughout here. And you can see all of the top portion of this has collapsed, and it's just root intrusion, and that's at 23 feet. So that's usually about the middle to the middle back of the property. And then it actually clears up a little bit. Let's see. And then we have another Y. Okay, yeah. And then this is new pipe right here. Yeah, then it goes to PVC, which is in really good condition. Yeah, darn it, those people should have come from underneath that toilet, and they replaced, let's see, 31, 30, 29. So, I mean, they replaced two and a half feet. Gosh, it's unfortunate, because they replaced 3 feet. Yeah, 3.5 feet. But it's unfortunate because they could have gone at that 28-foot mark. Well, not really. This is okay, actually, right in here. So the issue starts right here. So yeah, I would just replace this whole line, I think, on the inside. I mean, why mess with this cast iron any longer? It's at 24 feet, 25 feet, say, to this is all collapsed, pushing its way down. This will eventually just give. For about, let's see how far this goes, to about 14 feet, so about 16 feet, about 16 feet of line under the house, starting at right here, is bad. So that needs to be fixed. Unfortunately, the rest of this 10 feet is in good shape. I mean, not great shape, but it's not collapsed. So, okay, well, that's the inside section. And then let's stop this.